guys, Misty here, and for my movement tip video today, I'm going to be talking about the rower. Okay, now it is a great conditioning tool that can be added to a workout or be done completely on its own to give you tons of benefits going towards whatever goal you are working towards. But it can also be tricky and leave some people feeling like, ugh, am I doing this right every time they get on? Okay, I've overviewed rowing from start to finish in a movement tip video that I did months ago, so you can check out that one for more tips on how to help you. But today, I'm specifically going to talk about a couple common errors that we see all the time in class, even from people that are really good rowers. So today's video is going to be more about cleaning up that technique and maybe seeing if you are making one of these common errors without even realizing it. So first thing, we're going to talk about heel placement and what that should look like while they're rowing. So I have short feet, so I've pulled up and I've adjusted my my foot rack and I've tightened the straps. So then when I get into my row, okay, I want to make sure that my heels aren't coming up, okay, during the entire time that I'm rowing. So I'm going to get into a good row position, heels are nice and flat, and then even as I come in, I want to make sure that my heels are still making contact the whole time versus coming up. Into tip number 2, which is seat placement and how that's going to change during your row. If you noticed, on my last tip, as soon as the seat got closer to my heels, it caused me to want to lift my heels up. So tip number 1 and 2 are very related to each other. So when I go into my row, okay, you should have your row start out where your feet can stay firmly planted, just at the point where if you go in any more, your heels are going to come up. So that's a good starting spot, and you drive through the row, and then when I go to reset, I'm still never bringing my butt any closer than that starting point. So my seat placement is correct, and it allows those heels to stay on the rower. All right, guys, and final tip number 3 is we're gonna talk about the drive as a whole. Now I wanna break this down a step further so that you guys can maybe understand what position you're mimicking when you're on the rower. Because when we're on the rower, it feels like a completely different movement. However, it is the same thing as a hinge or something we do with ball slams, kettlebell swings, or a deadlift. So when we're hinging, okay, my shoulders are back and down, I'm flaring my butt up, and then I go down into that hinge position. So imagine if I took this movement right here and I rode and I snapped up, squeezed my glutes, then I'm gonna slowly load, moving in the exact opposite position until I get back there. So I want you to think about that, and then now I'm just gonna flip myself upright and I'm gonna do the same thing on the rower. So when I get on the rower, okay, I'm gonna put my feet in here and, okay, so if I'm here, shoulders back and down, and I'm gonna hinge down, this is that starting position, and then I'm gonna drive through and then slowly load back into that hinge position. Hopefully this helps with your rower. Comment on this video blog and let me know how it worked out for you. Don't be afraid of the rower, just keep practicing and you will get better. Thanks, guys.